Judges at the International Criminal Court are calling on South Africa to defend itself for non-compliance over Sudanese President Omar Al-Bashir's visit more than 2 months ago. Al-Bashir is indicted by the court for alleged war crimes, genocide and crimes against humanity, but South African authorities did not arrest and transfer him to the ICC when he attended an AU summit in June, saying he was a guest of the AU. Although the court has not yet directly accused South Africa of non-compliance, it is calling on South African authorities to explain why it did not fulfill its obligations under international law by not handing over the Sudanese president. The news comes as South African President met and shook hands with President Al-Bashir in China over the weekend. South Africa must now submit its reasoning for not arresting the Sudanese president by October 5th latest. For more on this story, we are now joined on the line by our correspondent in Brussels, Jack Parrock. Good afternoon, Jack. Now, it's been 3 months since the Bashir debacle in South Africa. Why is the ICC only acting now?
It's essentially processing. The International Criminal Court needs to put together its clear legal decisions on these things, taking a certain amount of time. 3 months is about reasonable for the court to have looked through what they have seen the case to be when Omar Al-Basir, the Sudanese president, was in South Africa. And now they've essentially sent the South African authorities a list of how they see events unfolding and how they unfolded. And now they're asking the South African authorities to say how they saw it.
What exactly is South Africa expected to submit? Take us through the procedure.
So they are expected to submit a legal document to say exactly as they saw the events pan out. It was anyone that remembers exactly what happened. It was a relatively confusing and kind of chaotic time where the court in South Africa said that the authorities should hand over President Al-Bashir, and then that didn't happen, and then he flew away while that legal document was being released. So now the International Criminal Court wants just a clear explanation from the authorities for why they didn't fulfill their obligation under international law in handing him over.
Jack, as a member of the ICC, what are our obligations?
South Africa is obligated to hand over an ICC indicted person. That's when a country signs up to the Rome Statute, which is the founding document. They are expected to essentially use their police force as part of the ICC's police force. The International Criminal Court as an international judiciary doesn't have its own police force, requires the authorities in the countries that are signed up to its jurisdiction to do that thing for them. So that's what South Africa needed to do, but obviously there are some political implications to this as well. And with Jacob Zuma, the South African president, agreeing to meet President Al-Bashir on the weekend, he's going to meet with him privately. He's accepted an invitation to Sudan. That's going to raise some questions and some eyebrows at the International Criminal Court as well.
We'll have to leave it there. Thanks for the update, Jack. That was our correspondent, Jack Parrock, giving us the latest on the ICC.